presents Monkey Fables.
Switzerland, that peaceful land of snow-capped mountains. Although very beautiful, some people consider it, well, a little boring. But how could a place be called boring that's produced such wonders as Swiss cheese, cuckoo clocks, and that spunky and irrepressible imp Heidi, whose story we're about to hear?
This kid's so darn spunky. Oh, she's gonna be the death of me. Look, Heidi, up there. That's where we're going.
Wow! Does Grandpa really live up there?
That's right. You like staying with him. He's a sweet old thing.
You must be out of your mind! What do I want with a spunky little imp?
But she has to stay with you. Her parents are gone, and this is just the place for a growing girl. Fresh air, long hikes in the mountains.
Hey! So great, why don't you do it?
You know me, I hate the countryside.
You're not the only one. What do you think makes me an angry old coot?
All right, we know you're there. Now, if I let you stay with Grumpy, Grandpa, will you be good? Be sure the old codger makes you go to school and send me all your report cards.
I will. Goodbye. I got an idea.
No one's called me that for a long time. You're really a lovable little scamp, aren't you?
Softened by her spirited laughter, the old man took her in and made her a bed of straw. He put the bed way out in the barn, however, just in case her spirited laughter ever got on his nerves. Their life together was sweet. A dream come true! Milk from a bowl! Huh? What's that?
No, it's only Peter, the simple-minded shepherd boy. You don't want to waste your time with him.
Shepherd? Who cares if he's simple-minded as long as he's about my age? Hiya, Peter! A real shepherd? Don't hurt. Okay. A baby lamb! Well, actually, it's a baby goat, but I can see you're not from around here. Otherwise, you wouldn't let him lick your face like that. Not if you knew the sort of junk he eats. I don't mind if his breath smells like old sardine cans. I like him. Come on, let's go, everybody, let's go! Up to the top of the mountain! You're kind of loud. I'm not loud, I'm spunky! Grandpa was more than happy to get Heidi off his hands for a while. The girl was exhausting, so she and Peter spent a great deal of time romping in the meadows. Ha-ha! It's got to know! Oh, jump back! Hey, Heidi, how about we go over to my house this afternoon? My grandma wants to meet the girl who's been making all the noise. Who's been making noise? We're home, Granny, and I brought someone to meet you. That must be Heidi. Right the first time, Granny. Yes, of course. I'd recognize that voice anywhere. Where are you, my child?
Granny can't see you, Heidi. She's blind.
Blind? You mean you can't see the flowers or the birds or the mountains or television or anything? You're really blind? Oh, you poor old woman. That's the saddest thing I ever heard.
There, don't cry. Being blind isn't as bad as all that. In fact, when I hear your happy laughter echoing through the meadows for hours on end, I almost wish I were deaf as well.
Granny.
Just kidding. I hope you will forgive an old woman's peculiar sense of humor.
And so, with her youthful energy and infectious high spirits, Heidi made a hit with all the local villagers. Well, she made an impression, anyway.
What a sunset! The colors are so bright, if this was a cartoon, it'd be tacky!
What are you going on about now, Heidi?
Grandpa, how come the mountains turn fiery red when the sun's about to go down? You must have a story for that.
Well, there's a wicked king who lives beneath the earth, and every evening he makes a giant bonfire.
Oh, yeah, right.
Would you believe Mother Earth is so humble that she gets self-conscious by her beauty? Her face turns bright red with shame, and she brings on the night to hide her embarrassment.
Hey, Mother Earth! Don't be embarrassed to be beautiful! I'm beautiful and I'm not embarrassed!
Okay, calm down. I just made it up.
But Heidi wouldn't listen, and she spent most of the night shouting out the window. Nevertheless, she was up at the crack of dawn to play with her newfound animal friends.
I see you!
Oh no, it's that crazy kid again. Oh, where is she? Oh,
Help me!
guys, keep her away from me. Keep her away. She's crazy.
And so, Heidi's story ends in sudden tragedy. No, a false alarm. Sorry about that.
That's Baby Goat! What's wrong with him?
I don't know, but we better hurry.
What's he saying?
We don't speak goat. What are you saying?
You think he's frightened of falling off that cliff?
Beats me.
Hey, I bet he's hungry!
Huh? But what are we gonna feed him? I don't have any old sardine cans with me. Yeah, what's that stuff?
Here you go! It's some nice juicy grass! Come and get it!
He'll never eat
Of
that.
course he'll eat it! How'd you get to be a shepherd anyway?
Goat herd.
Yay! Good boy!
If I'd known they eat grass, I'd have skipped the long trips to the dump.
You learn something new every day. Fortunately, Peter had a lot of days left in his young life because he had a lot to learn. And on one of those days, as he and Heidi were coming down the hill,
Aunt Edie, what are you doing here?
You haven't sent me a single report card. Come on, I'm taking you away from here.
I don't understand, Aunt Edie. Where are we going?
We're going to the big city where you belong.
Well, why do I belong in a big city instead of here?
Because you belong in a good school, young lady, not hanging around the mountainside with a simple-minded shepherd.
Goat herd!
No, I won't go! I have a whole bunch of friends and I'm not gonna leave!
I've been using the wrong approach. I should have told you what wonderful things they have in the big city. Bright lights, fast food, air pollution, traffic jams.
They have all that?
Of course.
Traffic jam sounds tasty. Is it anything like grape jelly?
Oh, well, no, Heidi, not exactly. In fact, they're quite a bit different, but I'll explain all those things to you on the train, okay?
For breakfast, can I have traffic jam on my toast?
Sure, Heidi. Anything you want.
Hooray! Oh, the big city sounds so exciting. Not that I haven't enjoyed my stay in the mountains. I'm sure gonna miss all my new friends. I really have to say goodbye to them. But I could always send them a postcard. Come on, what are we waiting for?
I've forgotten what an irrepressible imp you are.
She's taking Heidi away. Maybe she's kidnapping her! Hey, help! Heidi's in trouble! Some woman's got her! Help! Help!
but But Grandpa had already heard the news, and he was in a foul mood.
I'll come back later. I can see that you're busy.
Along with cheese and cuckoo clocks, Switzerland's also known for its well-run railroads. So soon Heidi and her aunt were in the city of Frankfurt. Heidi was amazed by the size of the city, but a little disappointed to learn that a traffic jam isn't something you spread on your toast. Eventually, they made their way to Mrs. Lautenmeyer's Academy for Excessively Spunky Girls.
Right this way, young lady.
This cabin is a lot bigger than Grandpa's. Is the hayloft up this way?
So this is the spunky new girl. Well, we'll soon cure her of that. She may sometimes be a little rambunctious, but she's a good girl at heart. What's her name?
Heidi!
She's very bright. I'm sure she won't give you any trouble.
Who's this sourpuss?
Put a lid on it.
This sourpuss happens to be the woman who will break your spirit and make your everyday a living nightmare. What do you think of that, Heidi?
Sounds fun!
Clara, here's your new study partner. She's as playful and spunky as you were before we cured you. See what I mean?
Pleased to meet ya!
Its name is Heidi.
My name's Clara.
Hey!
I hope you like it here.
I got something for ya! Ta-da!
What is it? What have you got there? A snake!
It's just a worm.
I say, jolly good sport. I haven't had such a laugh since the cat beat up the dog.
Heidi had made an impression, as usual. She and Clara became fast friends, and the house was alive with the sound of their playing.
So Juliet, not knowing Romeo was just asleep, had a regular tizzy fit. What's so funny about that, Clara?
The two girls were inseparable, and Heidi's high spirits were so contagious that soon Clara was as jolly as she had ever been.
There! Do you know what that is?
A baby lamb?
No, it's a baby goat! But don't feel dumb. Only experts like me who've lived in the mountains can tell the difference.
The mountains?
That's right! You love it there! The people are sweet. They drink their milk from bowls. And there's cute shepherd boys running all over the place.
Real life shepherds?
Goat herds!
Someday I'd like to visit the mountains.
So pack your bags. Let's get going.
I can't. You see, Heidi, I'm not very healthy. My body's so frail, they don't even let me play outdoors.
Oh, gee, that's depressing.
I'm sorry, Heidi. I didn't mean to depress you. Yes. Who is it?
Surprise, surprise!
Mother, you've come.
How's my favorite grandchild? You're looking much better, Abigail.
Grandmother, I'm Clara. Abigail was the dog. I'm so glad you've come. I want you to meet somebody.
This must be Heidi, your new puppy.
She's not a puppy. She's a friend.
How silly of me. I remember this is your new study partner, the rambunctious one. Who makes all the noise? Good to meet you, Heidi. Judging by Abigail's smile, she's well on the road to recovery. I'm so grateful. And it's cheaper than a doctor.
Later that evening, as the setting sun began to paint the city a lovely shade of pink,
I'm not sure of Grandpa's idea that Mother Earth gets so embarrassed her face turns red in the evening. Sounds like a bunch of hooey now that I think about it. Look, wildlife! Hey, what's new, pussycat? Come here. Are you looking for a place to stay? Is that it? Gotta warn you, it's not much fun around here. Poor Abigail. I mean Clara. Abigail was the dog. Here I thought the poor child was finally starting to improve. The experts say that it's really up to her whether she ever walks again. All she needs is the motivation. We could set the building on fire. That might motivate her out of the wheelchair.
What? Not my building, you don't.
So all Clara needs is some motivation, huh?
What is that infernal squeaking you're making? I hate cats!
Oh, forgive me. I know I shouldn't be laughing, but I can't help it.
Where did you learn to fall like that?
I took wrestling at school, and I was very good at it. But the fact is that someone at this table must learn that this is not a barnyard. And if she insists on dragging in filthy animals, she'll be thrown out.
Come, let's not be too hard on the girl. She's only a child. She reminds me of what I was like at her age. In fact, I remember once putting live toads in my teacher's Christmas pudding.
At least Heidi brings a tiny ray of joy into my dreary life.
This sickeningly sweet sentimentality is making me ill. I will not have my authority undermined. I am trying to discipline this child, and all you people can do is laugh. Cease the snickering, Sebastian! I could have you replaced!
No.
Oops. I guess that's why they call them dinner rolls, huh?
I might have known! Showing your true colors at last, eh, prisoner 246? I mean, Heidi. You were going to steal that bread roll and take it back to your cell! I mean, room! Weren't you, you little thief?
This time you've gone too far, Mrs. Lautenmeyer. Heidi may be a pain in the neck, but she's not a thief. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I'm starting not to have fun now.
Heidi was getting that feeling so common to us all, that the grass is always greener someplace else. She looked back fondly on her carefree days in the mountains. Yes, the people were a little unsophisticated. Yes, they lived in crude, smelly houses with no indoor plumbing. But they were good, decent folk who knew the value of $1. She missed them all terribly. Even in sleep, her dreams were troubled by thoughts of the life she'd left behind.
Oh, drinking milk from a bowl. Those were the days.
What the devil?
The ghost of mad Prince Heinrich had returned to haunt the city of Frankfurt, spreading terror in his path. Oh no, it's only Heidi walking in her sleep, not a ghost at all. That's a little disappointing, isn't it? Anyway, Heidi's health began to fail her, and Clara's grandmother had to call in a doctor to determine what was wrong.
The girl's strength is fading. You must get her back to the mountains if she is ever to be her cheerful, bright-eyed self again.
Frankly, I prefer her this way. She's a lot less bother.
Mrs. Lautenmeyer.
I can't let her go. She's my only friend. Besides, she owes me money.
Now is the time we must be strong. We have to think of what's best for her. The poor thing's not happy here. The mountains are where she belongs. I know this is difficult, Abigail, but you must do it.
Oh, there you go again. Abigail was the dog. My name's Clara.
Of course it is. Now try and pull yourself together, my dear. We'll buy you another puppy.
How many times do I have to tell you? Grandmother, Heidi is not a puppy. What's the use? I'm doomed to live the rest of my life without girlish companionship.
See what?
I'm saying that Heidi can go back to the mountains. It's okay with me.
I knew you'd see it my way. What a good girl. I'm awfully proud of you, Abigail.
So that very afternoon, Clara, said goodbye to her newfound friend.
Here, Just in case you ever get homesick for the big city, I made a little care package for you, Heidi. It's got a CD player, an I Love Frankfurt t-shirt, some sushi, and a couple Tiger Beat magazines.
Gee, thanks a bunch, Clara.
I'll come visit you as soon as I'm strong enough.
We'll go mountain climbing. Is that too much to hope for?
Nothing's too much to hope for, thanks to you. How can we ever repay you for the joy you've brought us?
You can. You haven't a ghost of a chance, eh, Sebastian?
Oh, look after her, Mrs. Lautenmeyer. We're counting on you.
Right, we'll be just fine.
Keep her away from the smoking car.
Bye.
This train stops at Munich, Geneva, Cucamonga, and Heidi's grandpa's cottage. All aboard!
How about it, Clara? Want to try racing the train?
Better not. I didn't oil my wheels this morning.
Goodbye! Don't forget to write! Of course, it won't be delivered because there's no mailman, but still, it's the thought that counts.
I don't know about you, Heidi, but train rides always put me to sleep.
She's not the only one. So to avoid having the rest of us put to sleep, we'll quickly pass over the long journey through the mountains and skip to that moment when Heidi's heart leaps with joy at the sight of familiar surroundings.
Home at last!
What? What happened to Cucamonga?
Oh, we skipped over that part, Mrs. Lautenmeyer.
Really? How remarkable. Well then, Heidi, it seems the time has come when you and I must at last bid each other goodbye.
Yep! Thank goodness.
Heidi had never been crazy about Mrs. Lautenmeyer, so it was much to her relief that the train pulled into the station before the old bird had a chance to get mushy.
The mountains are as pretty as ever. I told them not to change, and they didn't.
Where's your grandpa's cottage?
Up there, near the top of the mountain peak. I'd really love to stay and chat, Mrs. Lautenmeyer, but as you can see, I've got a pretty long walk ahead of me.
Heidi, what's your hurry?
Thanks a lot for riding with me, but I really must be going. Don't want to get stuck in these mountains at night with the werewolves and all. See ya.
Stop right there, you little brat! I want to say that I'm sorry for being such a grouch. Can you ever forgive me?
I'll forgive you if you promise to be nice to Clara. Oh, and pay her the money I owe her. That'll be swell, too. So long!
What a lovable imp.
I never did like this dress! Ah!
Even though she was dressed more appropriately for the beach or a pajama party than a high alpine meadow, Heidi hardly noticed the cold as she raced it lickety-split along the path she knew so well toward the old man she loved so much.
Where is that gruff old coot? Grandpa!
Who is that half-naked little hillbilly? Heidi!
Grandpa!
Heidi!
Grandpa!
Heidi, Heidi!
And so at last, Heidi was restored to her dear old grandpa and the mountain house she loved, and they both lived happily ever after. Oh, it's not over yet. Well, then winter came, and with it snow and ice, but still everyone was very happy that Heidi was back, and she and Peter were put in charge of fetching dinner every night.
Here, Mr. Bunny, come here!
We got you now!
Look! Someone left a sled up here!
The family often went hungry that winter. Eventually, spring arrived, and one day Peter came up the mountain with a big surprise.
You won the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes!
Wow! I didn't even know I entered!
Of course, everyone was very excited, and they were only a little disappointed to find that it was just a letter from Clara.
Dear Heidi, I hope you are well. I am miserable. But don't feel guilty for abandoning me to this gloomy old house while you play in the sunshine and fresh mountain air. I don't hate you for that, really. In fact, I think we'll all come for a visit very soon. I so look forward to meeting your simple-minded shepherd.
Goat herd!
I mean goat herd. And drinking milk out of a bowl. Your friend, Clara.
Everything's ready for the big feast, Heidi. What you doing down there?
Nothing! I'm just decorating the goat. I got the idea from a book of Hardy hints. How to turn any meal into an occasion.
Hey, when Clara gets here, I want to make sure I look my best. What do you think?
You look like a poorly drawn scarecrow.
Gee, thanks, Heidi. You say the nicest thing.
Yoo-hoo! We're here!
Huh? What? Clara!
Sorry I'm late, but I came just as fast as your grandpa could carry me.
Clara, how you been?
Don't even ask.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Ah, good and sloppy.
Well, how am I doing?
Where did you ever learn to drink milk out of a bowl like that?
Heidi taught me. She told me so much about you, I feel I know you already.
It's all very quaint and amusing, but I don't suppose you'd have a napkin that I might use to wipe off my tie?
Want a refill, Clara? I'd be honored to milk the goat for you.
Oh, no, I...
Better say yes.
I mean, yes, thank you very much, Peter. Are you all right?
And so their days were full of laughter as they lived happily ever after. I think. After all, this might not be the end. It might just seem like the end.
Of course it's not the end. I haven't done my big scene yet. Heidi, I don't want you to think that I miss the big city, but may I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, I'm a little hungry. Is there an all-night delicatessen open nearby?
No, afraid not. But we could go hunting for berries in the dark. How does that sound?
Too fun.
Clara wasn't exactly thrilled by the idea at first, but soon grew to love midnight berry hunting and indeed all the healthy outdoor pleasures that the mountains provided, in spite of the fact that her legs were still weak. She wanted to go everywhere and see everything, and her new friends were happy to oblige.
That climb made me so hungry I could eat a horse.
Sorry, we didn't bring any horse, but here you can have some cheese.
Yeah, and you could have my bread if you want it.
You're so good to me. I just love being waited on.
When Abigail wrote to me about how kind you all were, I had to come up and thank you myself.
If you mean Clara, we've been happy to have her, even though it does get a little hard on my back having to carry her all the time.
The doctor says that Clara could walk if she just put her mind to it, as long as she stays away from goat's milk.
I'll fetch you some water to drink, Clara. There's the most beautiful spring on the other side of the hill. Back in a minute.
Wait up, Heidi. I'll come too.
What about me? Do I just sit here and wait for the wolves to come? Oh no!
Clara, what is it? What's happened?
I've just lost my only mode of transport.
You can get around without that wheelchair. Come on, be a man.
But I'm a girl, a frail one at that.
Don't give me that. The doctors say you can walk if you have the will and a little courage.
You don't say.
So come on, what are you waiting for, Clara?
Yeah, go for it.
Give her.
What is it?
I gotta sneeze.
Oh. And she's riding from the canvas. She's gonna make it. She's gonna do it.
Oh,
I betcha a buck she makes it.
$5 she doesn't.
But why is she walking like Frankenstein?
did you see me, Heidi? I walked. I really walked.
I knew you could do it.
Grandmother, you're here.
I'm so proud of you. Hey, Lottenmeyer, where's the $5? Show me.
It's all thanks to my friend Heidi. She gave me the courage to try.
We gotta celebrate. Let's take Clara dancing someplace tonight. Then maybe we'll all go mountain climbing.
Heidi, spunky as always.
Their laughter echoed through the mountains, as it would many a time over the years, because they lived, and this time I really mean it, happily ever after.